Good morning guys, welcome back to Alan's Allotment. It's Friday the 4th of June 2021. Hope everybody's staying safe, being practical and keeping themselves out of harm's way as usual. So the first thing I want to do is just say thanks for your comments in the last couple of videos. I really do appreciate it, and thanks for all the good wishes to my grandson's for my grandson's birthday. He was quite tickled, so thanks for that guys. Right, I'm in the shed, I've got the kettle on as always, and I'm going to have my cup of coffee. So it's, let's say, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Been about half an hour just checking around the polytunnel and one thing and another, making sure everything's alright. I'm going to have this cup of coffee now. I haven't came up here on a mission with anything in particular to do. But it's nice and sunny outside, but it's a lot cooler and there's a nice breeze up. And this is the sort of weather that suits me better, and maybe we'll be able to get something done. Like I said, I don't know where this is going to go. I haven't made any specific plans of what I'm going to do today, but I know in my mind that I have quite a number of jobs that need sorting. Just what I choose to do and in what order and how much we get done is another kettle of fish. Thanks to all the new subscribers, I really appreciate it. And thanks for popping over to Pigeons. Thanks for popping over to Coleridge Lofts. I believe 1 or 2 people went over and subscribed and had a look at his birds. Thanks for that, I really appreciate it. Right, okay guys, so as I say, going to have this cup of coffee. And then we're just going to do something. Whatever we do, we'll bring you along as always. So just while I'm having this cup of coffee, I just had another thought there. On, I think it was the last video that I put up, I put a bit of a shout out to see if anyone had any milky cockbirds that I could purchase off them. And I'm pleased to say that one of the guys who actually bought some birds off me, Mark, I won't give his second name, he messaged me on WhatsApp to say he had some. And we've arranged to do a bit of a swap. So the almond hen that's laid again that I was going to, well, we only need one pair to float off the frill stencils eggs. So I decided what we would do is we would do a bit of a swap. So I'll let the almond hens eggs hatch. We haven't had any almonds off her this year, and normally she breeds them every single year reliably. And I always get at least one nest of almonds off her, so maybe she's due a nest now. So we'll let them hatch anyways, and even if they don't turn out as almonds, they'll come out browns, and the browns are quite popular, so that's fine. But if they do turn out to be almonds, then we can do a bit of a swap with Mark for 2 milkies, and then at least I'll have some milkies back again. I have hens, I just don't have any cocks. So he's going to try and sort me out with 2 cockbirds if he can. But even one will be a bonus. So just another little bit of an update I forgot to mention right at the start, guys. Hey guys, I'm not sure how the wind's going to affect you on this, but basically what we decided on is I was going to clean these 2 lofts out. These are completely empty, these. So I've been going to clean them out and going to clean them out, but because they were empty, they were always at the back of my mind. But I've decided I want to now thoroughly start sorting through the birds, especially the young birds that we've taken off that's in that section there. And I want to get them into one of these with the aviary on the front so they can get out in the fresh air. I've also got a couple of the youngsters in here, and what we're going to do is make this a cock and hen section. So you can see I've ripped a set of squares out of this section here. Because there was too many perches in there, basically they weren't required. I've got all the floors out and cleaned off. We've got them all cleaned out at least, as you can see. So that set of squares that's sitting outside were the ones that were on there. We don't need them. Basically, even without using the bottom row, we can get 18 birds in here comfortably. And gives them more floor space as well, and we don't have 2 piles of crap building across the floor there and down here. Now I'm going to make some of those little trays, pull-out trays that I said I was going to do, with some slate and lat and some hardboard on the bottom, and we're going to just fill it up with wood chips, and then that'll be much easier to just pull these little trays out, scrape them down and put them back, and the floor will stay good for much longer. The only reason we lift the floor in the first place is because we end up having to do that. So it'll just buy me a bit more time, long run. And I've decided I'm ripping all these nest boxes out of here, and basically we're going to just use these perches out here in here. So what we will do is we'll take these apart, and the big long strips here of 3/4 inch ply, if we don't have enough perching space, I can rip these down, say, I don't know, 4 inches wide, and we'll get quite a lot of lengths out of each of these boards, which also go down under here as well, and that will make some cracking box perches in here and anywhere else that I might need. So I'm going to take this hardboard off the bottom of here that's just temporarily tacked on there, and we're going to use that as the base for our pull-out trays through there in that loft. As you can see, guys, this loft, I did mention in an earlier video, was all one loft right through, once over, and I put the dividing partitions in here and 2 extra doors. This shed's been standing up for well over 100 years, before my time, before I came, but I do know it's been here a really long time. And a lot of it, I think the roof is made out of old doors, the old council doors, panel doors, and then obviously it's been felted, and then it was tin sheeted, which I done last year. So that's a cracking start. It's only 10:15 in the morning, so it's took me a couple of hours just pottering on and getting cracking, but it's a really good start, guys. Just going for a cup of coffee, and I'll catch you in the shed. Cup of coffee again. All the dust. I did have a mask on while I was doing that, guys, but you still get some dust in the back of your throat. So yeah, it's relatively cool, or at least at the moment it is, although the sun is now getting up a bit stronger and it is starting to warm up slightly. So good job jobbed. Got all those cleaned out at least. Gives me a base to start and work on. So one is more or less done, except I just need to make the trays, put the trays in and put the grills back down. That's that one sorted. The other one will take a bit longer. I'm going to pull all the nest boxes out and take them all apart. But guess what? I screw everything together, so it'll be a damn sight easier than trying to knock it apart with a hammer. And we won't damage the wood. We'll be able to reuse some wood, guys. So yeah, gonna have this cup of coffee and then I'm gonna crack on. Right, guys, 10 to 2 in the afternoon now, and it's a good job I had some of these spare grills. I never thought when I pulled the nest boxes out I'd need to make the adjustments to the floor, and luckily I bought these extra grills in case any got broke or I needed to make any modifications to any of the sheds. So that was several years ago. Good planning on my part. So it was a bit more of a struggle than I hoped it was going to be, and these nest boxes, although they were all screwed together, I had wedged them in there so tight I couldn't get them out to get them down to a level where I could get the screws out. So I ended up having to bray the middle pieces out and then salvage the long boards, which is basically what I've done. And then there's a big sheet of ply that was on the back there. It's only thin ply, but it'll do for making them trays with instead of the hardboard because it's slightly thicker. So let me give you a look in here, guys. I'm pretty tired now, but it's been a good job jobbed, as they say. So this is the side where we have the nest boxes, and you'll see we've got all this extra room here. I've just laid that board in there for now just to see what it would look like. So basically I've got 16 perches in here at the moment. Yeah, 16 perches. These are the ones that came out the other side that used to be in the cox section, and I've still got room there. I could put another 3, 6, 9, 12 if I wanted to. But what I'll probably do, I'm going to take off these bottom ones when I have more time. So we only have, and reduce that to 9 and come right through this way. We'll make some more so they go right through, but at a higher level, guys. I'm not putting any on the side wall, although I could have. That just means I'll need to make some more trays under there. And as you can see, these are the new grills we had to fit. And I had one at the end there to cut, but they just fit nice, 3 wide, instead of little clips and bits now. And I just run the circular saw through it, and that was the bit I had to cut off on the new one. I keep the little scraps, you never know. We may just need a patch somewhere. So, as you can see, there's a lot more room in here now, guys, and it can still, even with just those, accommodate 16 birds. Right, guys, I'm in the shed now. I've actually been sitting down about half an hour, and I'm on my second cup of coffee. Getting rid of the dust out of the back of my throat and rehydrating, basically. It was fatal coming in here and sitting down. Sorry about the noise in the background. I've got the fan on, cooling down. It has got considerably warm again now. And I didn't realise how tired I was until I'd actually sat down again. I've now lost my mojo, and I don't know if I'm going to do any more today, or whether I'm just going to gather everything up, tidy things around and call it a day, or whether I'm going to do the finishing bits and get it finished off, and then at least the job's done. I'll have another 5 minutes thinking about it, finish my cup of coffee, and we'll see what happens. Right, guys, I decided to finish it off. I'm now flagging, but what I've done here is this tray on this side, I've made this go all the way, knowing full well I will put some more perches in there, use that back wall up when I can be bothered. As you can see, these just lift out, you can slide them out, clean them out, and job should be a good one. I've also done the one through here. This one was slightly longer than this side, so the board wasn't long enough. I had to put a bit of a patch in there, but it'll still do the same job, guys. It's just for to catch the pigeon muck. As you can see, we just slide it out, scrape it out, and slide it back in like so. Still haven't put the shavings in here yet. That's a tomorrow job. I've got absolutely no energy left now, and I still have to tidy this lot away. So that's what I'm going to do, and then we'll give you the final roundup in the shed, guys. Right, guys, I'm absolutely wiped out. I didn't come up here with any intentions of doing a great deal today, to be honest with you, but I did have a bit of energy this morning from one of the rare occasions, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. But then, as soon as I stepped outside, I spotted that shed. I thought, you know what, I've been going to do that for long enough, and I need to get it modified, ready for the winter season, separating the birds. It'll give me somewhere to start sorting pigeons into, what we're keeping, what we're letting go, etc. But I thought, I need to get them nest boxes out. I don't want another breeding loft. I'm trying to cut the numbers down. And if it's there with the nest boxes in, you get tempted to think, oh, I'll just stick a couple of pair in there. I'll just stick a couple of pair. And now I'm trying to cut the numbers down, guys. So I've ripped the nest boxes out now. Now I can't do that. I converted it to do a loft only. But what we can do is make better use of it by having more room, and we can accommodate more pigeons if I need to, just as fallback pigeons, or for the project birds that we're using for the frill stencil. Sorry about that, guys. Got a phone call mid-flight while I was recording. One of the guys down in the allotments further down, he was just ringing to say that he had a carpenter's vise that he was going to take to the tip, and he asked me if I could make any use of it. So, me being me, I said, yeah, it'll come in handy one day. Right, where was I at? Yeah, so I've made better use of those now. I made those little pull-out trays. That's going to make things going easier going forward. So overall, it's been a long day, but a productive one. and while I have the energy, I had to make the best of it. I don't know when I have enough energy to do another day like that. The good thing is, tomorrow I'll come up and it's just finishing touches, putting the shavings in, putting the feeders back in and the drinkers, and they're ready to go. And ready to be utilised. So that's a good job guys. Really pleased with the progress today. Yeah, nothing more to say really, other than wherever you are in the world, please stay safe and be practical. Keep yourselves out of harm's way. I'll see you again in the next video, and thanks for watching.